everyone, welcome to the BroSis education. So today we will be talking about the basics of computer hardware, in which we will be talking about input devices, output devices and CPU units. So let's start by introducing what is a computer. A computer is made up of many parts and each and every part has its own function and is synced to each other to make a whole computer system. A computer system consists of two parts, that is hardware and software. Hardware are the parts which we can touch and see like keyboard, mouse, etc. And software are the part of the computer which we are not able to touch but we are able to see, like the presentation I am showing you. So the hardware components which we will be talking about are input devices, output devices and CPU components. So what are input devices? For us to give instructions to the computer, we need some kind of devices that is connected to the computer so that the computer is able to understand what we want it to do. Are the devices that is known as input devices. For example, if we want to type a name onto the computer, we need to type it on a keyboard. That is an input device for computer to understand that we want to type a name. So the examples of input devices are keyboard. It is an input device that allows user to enter numbers, letters, symbols, etc. to the computer. Next is mouse. Mouse is an input device that allows users to connect the movement of the cursor on the display screen. A joystick is also an input device that allows user to control the movement of the cursor on the display screen, but the difference between joystick and mouse is that joystick is basically used for playing games. Next is a barcode reader. A barcode reader is a device that used to read barcodes, and barcodes are the pattern of having alternative white and black lines which contains information. It is widely used in supermarkets. Next is magnetic ink character reader. It is a device that is used to process the magnetic ink on the checks or for the banks. Next are what are output devices. Output devices are the devices that produces output in a user readable format like monitors, speakers, printer. A printer is a device that displays text, images from the computer screen to the sheet of paper. They come in different sizes, speed, cost and quality. Next we will be talking about CPU, that is the central processing unit. It is also known as the brain of the computer where most of the work is done. The components inside CPU are SMPS, that is power supply, motherboard, processor, memory chips, ports and devices. So SMPS is basically means switch mode power supply, which is used to convert the incoming electricity into the electricity or the energy that the computer needs to run. Next is motherboard. Motherboard is the main board that holds all the components of the computer together. The features of motherboard is that it distributes power to all other components. It helps in interaction of one device with another. It helps to hold all the important components together like sound card, video card, etc. A processor is also a part of motherboard and is often referred to as the brain of the computer. It processes instructions from the input devices and passes it on to the output devices. Next is memory chips. It is used to store data in the computer. So memory chips are of two types, that is random access memory and read-only memory. Random access memory is also known as RAM. It is a read-write data on the memory in which we can read the data and also write the data on that memory chips. It loads the OS when the computer starts running, and it also loads the program that is running on the computer. It is volatile in nature. That means when the power supply is off for the computer, all the data that we have stored in RAM deletes. The more number of RAM means the computer can run more programs at once. Next is read-only memory, that is ROM. It is read-only data memory in which once a data is written cannot be removed and only just read. It is non-volatile in nature. Non-volatile means when a computer is switched off, the data that is written on that memory chips will not be lost. It will be retained. It is used to store special software, that is BIOS, Basic Input Output System, which helps to load lowest when the computer turned on. Next are ports. Ports are the inlets that lets you connect your output devices to your computer. Next is disk drivers. It helps to store and retrieve data from that is stored in the hard drives, CDs, etc. Hard disk is the main software device that is found in a computer and used to store a large volume of data. A CD is a circular storage device which can be easily carried out and used to store our valuable data. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share our video. Thank you.